So we continue. So book 1, non-kosher foods. Chapter 1, non-kosher foods. Chapter 1, non-kosher foods. Okay, 3 times. Baruch HaShem. So he goes into details, and it says that the various types of non-kosher foods, biblically prohibited foods, rabbinically prohibited foods, and next one, prohibition eating non-kosher foods. Okay, so looks like it's totally different structure of this book from what we learned before. So here he's going to list in the beginning of the chapter, the way I understand, he would list the topics, and now he's going to present the questions that we're going to cover. Why do some people not eat turkey? Good question, right? May an animal be stunned before the shkita? Okay. Meaning stun, meaning kill with, I guess, with electricity, and then do shkita. If there is such a thing as glad kosher fruit market, that's very good. So, and as Rabbi Reuven Shlita always say, right? He say, if stupidity would be a stock, the price would be infinity. So in a place where I live, like many years ago, my wife went shopping for Pesach into kosher supermarket, and she said, "You cannot believe what I saw." I said, "What did you see?" What did you see? She said that they sell salt water. So on a Pesach, we use salt water to dip potato, carrots, whatever. Some people use onion, whatever they use. So the vegetables, carrot use, whatever they use, right? So and egg, then we use they sell this water. So the question: what you cannot make you salt water? You put water, little salt, and mix, and you have salt water. You understand? So people like buy things because somebody sold them. Why honey is kosher? May one eat beeswax? Very good question. If your tooth is bleeding, may you swallow the blood? We actually learned it in different class, but very interesting. May one buy packaged kosher meat in non-kosher supermarket? Right, so that's a very, very famous one, right? So you live somewhere, as I remember, visited Florida many times, right? And we go to supermarket, and there were kosher market, but they were far. So we would buy from I don't know, what, Basics or something, right? So they had a section of kosher food, right? So if it's meat, but it's packed, can you buy from there? May one satay broiled liver? So we actually discussed this topic on Tuesday in our Kitzur Shulchan Aruch class. Very interesting. What does one do when finding a blood spot in egg or a brown in open eggs? Okay, in a bowl of open eggs. Okay, so continue. What are the issues with replanting a fruit tree? Right, so you want to take you just bought a house, so you have a fruit tree, and you want to it's blocking your view, or you want to build whatever you want to build, deck there, so you want to replant this tree somewhere else. Is it permissible? Fruit tree. I'm talking about fruit tree. May one take non-kosher medication? Right, also very, very common, very, very popular. As we said, they have. What is not kosher capsules, right? That made of pig. Okay. Introduction. The reader is cautioned that the purpose of this book is neither to replace a Rav, which is impossible, nor thoroughly teach the halachos of Kashrut, which can only be accomplished through the years of study. One should not use this book to resolve halachic questions. This book is meant solely to acquaint reader with the basic principle of the kashrut, so that they may recognize the halachic question and ask intelligently. So I learned at least parts of this book. So let's put it this way. So this person is very humble on one hand. This Rabbi Frost. Rabbi Binyamin Frost, right? So he's very humble, Baruch HaShem. So, but he said this book is going to give us at least very good foundation. At least you would know. I mean, we're going to go deep into laws of kosher, right? But of course, there is a deeper level, deeper under the deeper, of course. But at least our goal of this class for you to have like solid, absolutely solid foundation. And of course, on some questions there is no like book cannot cover all of the questions, right? But at least you would know that this might be a problem. Like for example, we'll learn in this on this Tuesday laws of food that got infested. And infested with worms. What to do? What should you do? Right? At least you would like check and see maybe in this. In such a food, in a broccoli, in cauliflower, others, so that there is possible infestation, right? At least this. Okay, so readers should not expect to find the solution to every kashrut question. Of course, it's impossible. That may arise in their kitchen. They will, however, find a clear presentation of the matter in which to avoid kashrut problems, and frequently arise in a kosher kitchen. They will also find a concise explanation of issues involved, so that when problem arises, they will know when and how to present it to Rav. Okay, so and of course we're going to elaborate like on this book, but he's very, very humble. This rabbi is very humble. Okay. So we're not going to discuss. I mean, he's very clear. Okay, so continue. The prohibition of foods may be divided in three groups. Here we go. Three groups. A, prohibition directed of direct Torah origin. Although the Torah is often used to include rabbinical ordinances, as well, we will use term to refer exclusively to biblical laws. Okay, so three types of forbidden food. One on the level of the Torah. So what is the level of the Torah? So you would say cook meat and milk together, right? That would be a level of the Torah, right? Next one, B, rabbinic prohibitions predicated by concern lest one transgress the Torah prohibition. Okay, so one of the things, as we can say, it's halaf Israel, as we discussed in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch class. So milk is produced by a Jew, right? Milk was supervised by a Jew. Okay. And C, the third category, prohibition entirely rabbinic derivation. A large portion of this book relates to the Torah prohibition basar v'chalav, mixture of meat and dairy foods, and rabbinic decrees related to the Torah prohibitions. Okay, so as we said before, so rabbis were placed in every generation. So since they know what the pitfalls could be in this generation, so they were HaShem empowered them to create all of these protective fences. So that's how this kashrut authority started. Like what they need, like caution on what is it? On raisins, for example. So what do they do with raisins? They harvest, they put it on the sun, maybe turn around a few times, and then that's it. That's it. They don't do anything to it usually. So today, of course, they do preservation. Some kind of preservation. Sometimes, I was researching what could be wrong with the sour cherry, dry sour cherry, and they say clearly it's almost all of them not kosher LaPesach. I said, what is the problem? It's called not kosher LaPesach, and the one that was like 4 times more. Like, what is the problem? So the problem is that they put for preservation, right? So it looks like better. They would put some oil, right, and they put some flour, right? Very interesting. Continue. This is the source of the most common kashrut problems arising in Jewish home, meat and milk together. Of course, have to buy only kosher food, but okay, we're going to explain. Since both meat and dairy are found in every home, right? So again, meat is permitted, dairy is permitted, but the mixture, and what is considered to be mixture, of course, of the use of the utensils and other things. We'll also study other kashrut problems, such as rabbinic prohibition, halaf akum, right? So what does it mean? Halaf akum, milk by a non-Jew without Jewish supervision, right? What else? Givinas akum, cheese produced by a non-Jew. Pas akum, bread baked by a non-Jew. Bishul akum, food cooked by a non-Jew. And the applications of the latter to a non-Jewish housekeeper, right? So, okay, we discussed the things only briefly, but in this book we're going to go into details. The loss of basar shenisalem min chaim, meat that was left unsupervised, will be discussed as will other problems commonly found in a kitchen. Such as wine left with a non-Jew, eating meat and fish simultaneously, and problems of peeling onions and eggs left overnight. So all of these things we're going to discuss. If somebody have a non-Jewish help in the house, babysitter or like cleaning lady or whatever they have, so that's a problem, as we said, with the wine, right? If she touches the wine, so the wine is not kosher. So you must be sure 100% to buy only mivushal wine, only cooked wine. So even though you like that wine better, it's basically irrelevant. So if you might have these people come to your house and go to your refrigerator and help themselves with wine, or they sit on your table, so there is no option. You have to buy this cooked wine. You like it, do not like it, irrelevant. However, we will not discuss the prohibition of eating non-kosher meats, since it is usually not an issue in Jewish home. In this chapter, we will explore. He said, of course, it's not an issue because we said Kosher Kitchen. So we are not allowed to buy any non-kosher slaughtered meat, period. And some meat that they call kosher, and it's not glad kosher and not base yourself, we also don't buy. I give you an example. So like a long time ago, so I saw on the internet some like jerky meat, whatever was it, and it says Brooklyn Kosher. I said, oh, Brooklyn Kosher must be kosher. So we ordered from Amazon, and it arrived like a good price. Okay, Baruch HaShem. So and I said, Brooklyn Kosher. I've never seen this Brooklyn Kosher. So and then I went online and said, what is Brooklyn Kosher? So it has nothing to do with Brooklyn. Somewhere out of state of New York, somewhere, I don't know, in the middle of the nowhere. So I called them up and say, well, like, it does not say glad. What does it mean? Say, yeah, it's not glad, so it's just kosher. So what do you mean just kosher, not glad? So I can give you a phone of Rabbi who does the shechita. I called this Rabbi who does the shechita. I mean, I don't know, if you're reformed, yeah, it's good for you, right? But a kosher Jew is not allowed to eat this meat. So we have to be very careful. Like if it does not say glad, if it's not from identifiable source, we're not allowed to eat it. So that's why he said that there is no discussion here. What is the discussion? Not allowed, period. In this chapter, we'll explore the general principles of that govern all laws of kashrut, whether Torah or rabbinic origin. The following two issues that will be discussed: various types of prohibited foods, the amount that is prohibited, and the way of eating that is prohibited.